let's check this interesting video about what's happening at the backyard of Mr. Joe Biden.
Catastrophe at our southern border. It is because the border has been deliberately opened wide that we see the terrific horrors that are taking place across our country right now. Here's a short list. From Texas to New York, waves of illegal immigrants are now overwhelming our communities. Just since the time I was elected speaker, less than 100 days ago, more than 700,000 illegals have been welcomed into our country illegally by the Biden administration.
Bro, did you see like the soldier is basically on top,
Just watching.
chilling, you know?
Exactly.
What do you want him to do? Like he got the orders.
It's crazy.
Let them in. It's family. No.
If they can jump the fence, it's okay.
It's okay. You pass the minimum requirement.
Exactly. To get in.
Crazy.
American school children have been forced into virtual schools. Why? So migrants can sleep in their school buildings. Korean War veterans of the U.S. have been booted from nursing homes that were sold to house migrants. Our streets are being flooded with fentanyl. Hundreds of thousands of children and adults are being poisoned and losing their lives. Vulnerable children and women are being exploited and trafficked by cartels, and that's happening even within our borders. The fallout goes on and on and on. And I am here this morning to beg of my colleagues to help us force the administration to take action. We have to stop this now and put Americans and Americans' border security first. Among those who've been apprehended on the southern border between ports of entry, more than 300 individuals who are on our terror watch list. Terrorist watch list. The frightening question is, if so many terrorists were caught attempting to cross our borders, how many have entered undetected?
Exactly. That's
A lot.
Exactly. It's a good.
Bro, this is a move. I think it's a historical move. Like it's gonna dictate the next 20, 30
Absolutely,
years.
yeah. It's gonna change like the whole future of America, where it's gonna go, which
1000%.
path.
Because how, as he said, they are focused on others rather than them and inside, you know, like.
Exactly.
And by the way, like nobody is speaking not right now of anything happening in Ukraine.
Absolutely. They shift.
They shifted. Now
the-
less and less they speak about what's happening in Gaza and you know with Israel.
Exactly.
Now it's something else. But again, outside of America, outside of the people. It's like a maneuver, you know,
Yeah.
doing something at the same time that we won't recognize for now.
We suspect it is a much higher number. The Biden administration has replaced detain and deport with catch and release. Instead of order, they have chosen for us disorder and chaos. Rather than securing the homeland, they've ceded the homeland to cartels and traffickers. By the way, at the Del Rio sector alone, at Eagle Pass, Texas, they told us that cartels are estimated. I think they said they're making $3.5 million a day trafficking human beings into the country. Do the math. They're making over $1 billion a year, bringing undocumented children, trafficked children, victims right into the country and bringing them in. They're doing this intentionally. They have chosen disorder and chaos. They have ceded the homeland to the traffickers and the cartels. And the Department of Homeland Security has effectively become a taxi driver to just help traffickers complete the last few miles of their human smuggling operation. And they're making billions of dollars in the process.
Bro, they are calling this the migrant problem crisis issue. The reality is, imagine you are working as a security guard on the border. Nobody obliged you to open the doors, you know, take off your arm and like your pistol, whatever, and be like, hey, welcome, enter. Somebody give an order. There is a general, there is a lieutenant, there is the chief who was like, got you.
You can
Hey, let them in, let them in. It's not a problem. Well, it is a problem, but I mean, it's not like from nowhere something happened.
It's planned. It's because like suddenly from nowhere at a certain time they say, okay, now it's the time to start bringing immigrant. Everyone will start getting in, and they're letting everyone get in. Even like the officer in front of the border, they just just
Bro,
get in.
exactly. Somebody told them,
There's a plan.
let them in. Like, you see
Exactly.
the soldiers here, they are usually
Don't
like
do anything.
4 years, 3 years ago, they will be like, hey, you cannot, you're gonna go back.
Exactly.
Like,
Now
this is
they-
not like magic, bro. It's, hey, let them open, let them in.
Absolutely.
Boom.
And even from like other country, like I'm pretty sure like the US government says to other country, now you can't let those guys in because everyone at the same time. I saw like from all the countries, like
Bro, they are not checking to see if you're from Mexico specifically.
everywhere.
It's like one road. Hey.
All can get in.
If you come by that road, then we are welcome.
Exactly.
It's not a crisis because a crisis is like
When you don't
something
have
happened-
control. Yeah, you don't
exactly,
have-
something happened from nowhere and we gotta fix it. But here it's something didn't happen from nowhere. It's planned action order. You know, you gotta execute that order because
Exactly.
I am the one in control or the president, and they are doing it. It's just that now the number is so high that now people on the right media, the center, the libertarian, they are understanding what's happening, but it's not it's not magic. It's a plan getting put in place.
It's all absolute madness.
As the president and his team continue working to deliver a historic bipartisan agreement on the border, House Republicans have a choice to make. They can keep playing politics, or they can work in a bipartisan way to secure the border.
So this is. And by the yeah,
Did she just say what she said, bro? This is crazy.
she flipping to.
It's a reverse psychology. Like it's not by magic that the border has this issue.
Absolutely.
Like there are people working there. I'm sure if we Google right now, you will see I don't know how many thousand of security guards working there,
yeah.
patrolling the night, the day. And now the secretary of the current president, which a left president, Democrat, ultra Democrat, she's saying basically we are working on the border.
It's the Republican that are not collaborating to help us. She shoot the
They are
problem to
not
them.
collaborating to help them resolve the problem that they created. How dare they do that? This is like, you know, it's telling like it's sending a rock and then telling, why are you not helping me to help find out who is sending the rock on you? It's minimum hypocrisy.
Sadly, this is not new. For years, they have refused to heed the president's request for action on much-needed funding for border security. For example, in the bill the president introduced in his first day in office more than 1,000 days ago, he requested funding to develop and deploy expediting screening technology to improve our ability to catch narcotics and contraband at every port of entry. Republicans never acted on the bill. Each year in office, President Biden has
Republicans didn't. Bro, you are not you, but I mean your party is the president for 4 years of United States, and this problem just blew up from nowhere. It's taking people for idiots, you know. She's taking people for idiots. The people who are working for them, Biden is taking people for idiots.
requested record-breaking border security funding into law. But without exception, House Republicans have tried to stop the president from delivering the resources we need at the border. As recently as October, President Biden submitted a supplemental request for additional resources for border security. House Republicans did not take it up. Now,
why is she filming all of that on her phone? And why is the thing that on them it's flashy? I don't
House
know.
Republicans are going further and signaling that they may refuse even to consider a historic bipartisan border security deal that would strengthen America's national security. Perhaps Speaker Johnson and House Republicans should reflect on what they've had to say over just the past few months. In October, Speaker Johnson said, "We must come together and address the broken border." And in November, he
As you can see on the video, you see the migrant, and you see, and you see also the officer just there, letting just pass. If you can pass those fences, is okay.
Imagine the guy what he's saying. Like he's there like, hey bro,
Pass.
do you have some gum? I like, it's like nothing's happening in front of me, you know. It's like closing your
That's
eyes.
it. Yeah, exactly. You can see it, like they are in front of him and they're passing to fences, and it's allowing them.
You just need the music. Oh la la.
That I think we can get a bipartisan agreement on border security. But suddenly, we've heard a change of tune. One Republican member from Texas even said, why would they do anything to help President Biden? This is about helping the president. This is about helping the American people. It's not about helping.
Bro, the question I have in my mind, why were there those fences initially?
Exactly.
To protect the security and the border, the country. Now they are breaking
Yeah, it's
the fence and letting people in with soldiers
Just
cooperating
feeling,
and
yeah.
accepting. So it's not a problem. It's their solution of the left Democratic Party. And their representative, who is the secretary of the president, again, let that sink in. She's telling that this problem is because of Republicans who doesn't, you know, cooperate with them to fix it. But initially the problem was started and is going on right now because of them again.
The president. It's about the American people. This is about securing the border. Republicans in the Senate are working with us to do just that. Republicans in the House should as well.
When they said they were going to cut the wire down there and let them start crossing the border again, they need to close the borders. I grew up in Arizona. It was never a problem like that. This is crazy. Our country's being overtaken.
I would love to see Governor Landry support Governor Abbott with the National Guard, with whatever resources that we can do, that we can help, because really all states in America have become a border state. We're all seeing this influx and being invaded. As Governor Abbott said, it is an invasion. I don't really know how it's going to play out. I just applaud Governor Abbott's courage and the other governors who stood with him. Hopefully it will make a difference. Hopefully this is a wake-up call for President Biden and for Congress to say people are sick of it.
Yeah, that's crazy, guys. So hopefully something will change in America, and hopefully Trump take it and make some change, and hopefully as well that nothing happened before the election.
Bro, you know something is going to happen, bro. Minimally, I'm sure there is going to be some kind of riots or anything like. Let us know what's happening in your states, in the cities. What are the mayors doing it? Because this is the time that you will see who are the real Americans, not even any political party. You will see just who has common sense. Like, when was it? 4 years ago, we saw who had common sense and who didn't. Who was folding and who didn't. You know, who had the rights of people in their mind, who didn't. This is a crucial moment, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Right? So like, subscribe, and share. And let us know what you think in the comments.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.